Some of the most important Bigfoot and Sasquatch documentation that we have is coming out of the Finger Lakes region of New York State. This video that you're about to watch is probably about the most important Bigfoot documentation that we have right now. Whatever you want to call the Sasquatch, it has many names. Oran Pendek, the Honey Island Monster, Dogman, the Skunk Ape. I mean, literally, they're all around the world. In Korea, it's Dokibi, the Yeti. Alaska has its own, with its own name. You know, in Missouri, it was Momo the Monster. They're everywhere. They're everywhere on this planet, including places that are very cold. Now, one of the best HD trail cam videos I've ever seen was sent in to me by a viewer, and they live in this area, so they also gave me the coordinates. Now, I want you to watch this part of the clip, and I want you to pay close attention to the length of the creature's arms. Okay, did you notice that? They are really long arms. That is like a very ape-like creature. The other thing that I want you to notice about the creature is the way that it walks. It doesn't walk like a human. It doesn't. It's so clear that this footage right here, look at it again. Watch the footage. This is probably the most important Bigfoot and Sasquatch documentation that we have right now, is the Seneca Lake footage. The Seneca Lake footage is close up. We can really get a feel for how the creature is built. More like an orangutan, like really long arms. The viewer also sent in the GPS coordinates, so I did go out there. Check out this video that I got of its stride, footprint to footprint. Check this out. Here's a big footprint. Notice how the immense weight of the creature snapped that branch that was laying on the ground. This is a beautiful example of a Sasquatch foot. And here we have another footprint. And if you notice, there's about 6 feet, 6 feet in between each footprint. You're talking about a stride of 6 foot. That's like 3 times that of a human. That's a great distance. Probably the most important Bigfoot documentation that we have right now. You see this fog rolling in? And it's dusk. You never go out into the woods in Beaver Dams when it's like this. Never. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Beaver Dams is a known paranormal hotspot. Yes, Beaver Dams is actually known for Sasquatch and Bigfoot. I'd never go out there and... Are you kidding me? On a night like tonight? All this fog coming in? You'll end up getting billy clubbed by a Bigfoot. They'll drag you off. You're not coming back. You'll be lucky if you make it out alive. If you walk in those woods at night, you better have guns and dogs with you. And to be perfectly honest, you better take some garlic and a wooden stake. It's the truth. This is a freaky area. It's like living in Transylvania, I swear to fucking God. Beaver Dams, New York. It's dangerous living here. You must protect yourself. I have a garlic necklace that I wear because, seriously, They've been talking about the vampires in beaver dams for fucking years. About once or twice a year, they find somebody up there, you know, up against a tree with like no blood in their body. You think a Bigfoot can do that? I don't think so. Bigfoot will just devour, you know, a mammal, a human. They can just devour a human. A deer. They eat deer. You think that they won't eat a human? They don't give a shit. Look at that sky. There's no fucking way. I'm going in and I'm locking the doors. I'm locking the doors. I'm sleeping with one eye open. Werewolves? You think that werewolves don't exist? You're crazy. When people talk about dog person, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about werewolves. They do exist. A dog person is not like a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot. It is literally part dog, part human, sort of, for lack of a better term. Beaver Dams, New York. I came out here last night with Ike and Tonka, and we heard something in this direction, and as we got closer, there was a Bigfoot that had a hold of the branch, like it looked like the Bigfoot was doing a pull-up or something. And as we got closer, I noticed that there was another Bigfoot on its knees blowing the Bigfoot. We got up real close, and all of a sudden, the Bigfoot that was holding the branch blew his nut. And then the other Bigfoot just got up and they walked off, you know. They're breaking apple trees and shit. It's a filthy fucking beast and it's destructive. There's been a lot of talk lately about my breeding colony. People are talking about it in the Bigfoot community and all over the world. And I do have a Japanese investor that's interested in this. And I just want to talk about it a little bit more to tell you of my vision and what we have planned. Imagine there's 40 to 50 like sheds out there, like just regular sheds, nothing fancy or anything, and there's just a big oversized cot in there. In each shed there could be a female Sasquatch, right? And the female Sasquatch can live in there and will feed the female Sasquatch, and the males will come in there and breed with them. The males stay in the woods. They don't need to come down into Sasquatch town. Do you know what I'm saying? They can just come down here, get some action, and get the fuck out of here. So we'll supply everything that the female Sasquatches need, and then in turn, when they have the baby Sasquatch, we will keep the baby Sasquatch, and we will make them a domesticated animal. That's, you know, this is in the future, not too far in the future, maybe 5 to 10 years. In another 15 years, 20 years, every home in America will want to have a Sasquatch butler. Like a Bigfoot manservant or female servant. But that's what we got planned. We're going to build a bunch of sheds out there. There will be one communal, kind of giant-sized, oversized toilet for them to sit on. We don't want them crapping in the sheds. Times have I come down to this stream and seen a Sasquatch or two fishing for trout. Many times. Many times. They also, when this dries up, if it dries up, they use it as a bathroom area. And they like to do that. They like to shit in dry riverbeds. That's one of those Sasquatch facts that most researchers don't talk about. But I will. I will talk about the Sasquatch in their fecal specimens. Diarrhea. Monkey tailing. All of it. Okay, there they are. They're the Bigfoot right there at that tree line. Do you see them? Look at what they're doing. They're fucking having sex. And they're not just having sex, they're having the animal sex. That's doggy style. You know? See them? See them right there. Right there at that tree line. Two of them. It's disgusting. Like they're taunting me. You know? They know I'm down here. They don't have to be doing that. That's disgusting. That worries me if I'm walking around the woods with my dogs or something.